Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of a kind of chill and kind of like little laid back update in regards to both Target and Best Buy. And just letting you guys all know we're still on the kind of big prowl trying to find out any little bit and piece of information we could possibly go and find. So letting you guys all know we're watching, we're creeping, and we also have a little bit of information to go and share with you guys, which does go bump up the likelihood at least of a restock going on tomorrow, at least a teensy tiny bit. Now, before we fully dive in the video, just always want to remind you guys, nothing is always 100% confirmed. If you guys are on the lookout for drops and everything, I would go and say it's probably nice to at least be aware of what could potentially be going on. A lot of these places are all overdue. We also have had many different types of sources and also different types of employees also confirming, talking, discussing stock itself. And while we did also have a Walmart drop too, that also does, I believe, bump up the likelihood of some restocks for other locations. Because think about it this way, if it's all been about a month for pretty much every big restock location, and then one of them finally has some stock, you'd probably be assuming all the other locations are probably been receiving and getting stock too as well. So keep that in mind. So before you guys are fully diving in the video itself, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, get a bunch of free stock and free money. Same with that Coinbase too as well. Let's go down in the video itself and also go play a bunch of Elden Ring too up in Twitch. So let's go dive into it. So first and foremost, as you guys know, we did have a nice little Walmart drop that happened today. Overall, wasn't the worst, wasn't the best, but we actually did have a lot of normal folks who get their consoles. So we also have a little bit more additional information for other locations that we're watching throughout these next few days. I do want to remind you guys once again, there is always a chance that literally nothing happens. These retailers can always go move drops, change drops, especially with all the kind of weird political stuff going on in the world. You never know if things get delayed. You never know if there's like an issue for it. You never know, maybe like a week ago, like there was a big cruise ship that was supposed to be getting a lot of stock, stuff like that. Always keep that in mind as well. So when it comes to this one, Target, I actually want to let you guys know we actually have another new confirmed source given out confirming that there was stock. This was actually up in Seattle now. One of the Seattle locations actually does have 13 now PlayStation 5s on hand. Apparently, it's actually just they had stock arrive literally as of like yesterday, and they just had a chance to go and confirm it as of a little bit earlier on today. So that's kind of the reason why I'm bringing it up, because mainly it just means that we are still seeing stock moving, which can kind of go either way. It does kind of seem like the likelihood for a drop tomorrow is usually like, I would say, I always kind of feel like it's hard for me to go and say because I don't want to be like wake up 100%, just in case they do want to maybe move it towards next week. But letting you guys know there is a pretty decent chance tomorrow at the 6 to 7 a.m. range. I've usually been making my videos around like the 6:45 range this week, so I'll probably do that tomorrow too as well, as I kind of talk about drops and give warnings and all of that. Although I just want to remind you guys, we're not Target. A lot of this stuff is just educated guesses, but it does kind of seem like stock is still free-flowing all throughout the nation. And some stores, as you guys maybe saw from yesterday, are sitting on stock, they have stock, and employees themselves have confirmed there's literally stock in like the back rooms, back like offices, you know, like the little storage areas for Target. So Target is looking pretty likely. Once again, though, there's always that chance it does not drop. I just never want you guys to blame me for lack of sleep. I kind of like we kind of give you guys like the best educated guesses we can based on what employees tell us, what stock numbers are looking like, and all of that. So tomorrow will probably be, if I really was trying to get my console still, even after the Walmart drops, I'd maybe say it might be worthwhile. Maybe take like set it at like maybe like 6:20 or so. See if the Target listing has updated. Usually they do like to update the listing beforehand, which kind of basically indicates that there will be a drop happening throughout that same day in the next few like 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so. So that usually happens around the 6 a.m. Central Time, and then usually we'll have a drop at like 6:30, 6:40, 6:45, etc. on that range. So I just want to remind you guys, it's not 1,000,000% confirmed. The likelihood is there. The stock is there. Stock is sitting there, although we did just only have stock arrive recently, so there could always be some other locations that maybe aren't, like they just have to wait on stock. Like think like in Alaska or like something weird like that, or they may be still sitting on stock and they're trying to wait for it, and they have to wait for like arrivals and blah, 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 blah. So there's always like those weird things, especially I would say right now with the world being as weird as it's been this past like 2 days or so. If we got to move to next week, I can kind of understand it. Although stock keeps moving, stock keeps building. So when this next Target drop happens, in all honesty, it's probably gonna be a pretty good and pretty sizable restock. So tomorrow, pretty decentish chance. If it doesn't happen tomorrow, we'll try to get more information for you guys throughout this weekend, and as well be watching for next weekend. But as I mentioned before, Fridays usually actually happen kind of more the golden day for Target as of recently. So we'll keep on watching for that throughout then. So all around should be good news. At least we are seeing movement for it. Part 2 is also on the digitals and Xboxes. Xboxes are obviously still seeing them every on occasion, getting there for the Xbox walk-ins for Target. So always go call your store or check your local store if you guys want. As I mentioned, we actually did have confirmation with no employees confirming stock. We also had some people, I think, out in the community also even go and call, and some even Target employees were saying, yeah, we have some stock in-house as well. So all around good news when it comes to Target. Watch the walk-ins. Very small chance for Xbox Series X and digital drops in combination with that drop. Definitely smaller stock though. The same with the PS5 disc is the big major focus. Now part 2 is going to be on the Best Buy side. So Best Buy. We actually have also once again been hearing even more rumors that Best Buy has stock in stores. So this kind of goes to a part 2, both for walk-ins as well as also next upcoming restock. When it comes to Best Buy itself, as I mentioned, we even, I think, had one person go and talk to the store manager, and the store manager did go and confirm that they had stock in the back of their Best Buy store, which is always very intriguing because it kind of depends. Sometimes it's in store, sometimes we've been seeing now walk-ins, sometimes it's the warehouses. It's all over the place. I never know. Like, I have no idea. So it's always kind of like just, I think, just depends more on regional and the manager, et cetera, et cetera. So Best Buy, as we mentioned, we've been seeing reports, we talked about this yesterday, that stock is physically in-house. Whether it's for walk-ins, because we are maybe anticipating up another Best Buy walk-in, or maybe like a slight walk-in event, so maybe not every store, maybe like a few like 100 stores or so, but letting you guys know we have been seeing multiple different types of reports for all this all throughout today. So just keep on watching, keep on being on the lookout for it. I think tomorrow the likelihood does bump up a decent bit. We've usually seen like Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays are the usual good days, which is why I'm kind of like even somewhat hyping you guys up on this. Although once again, there's always a chance that literally nothing happens and it's a very, very dry day. Always keep that in mind. But like I said, at least we are seeing movement. We're seeing internal movement. We're seeing like employees, such as like the managers and the Target people we've mentioned, basically going to be like, yeah, there is stock there. So it's like basically there. It's basically looming. And that's why I'm saying you should be kind of like on edge, or at least be like aware that it could be happening in the near future. So at least it's all around kind of good. Because these are all local store pickups, basically like your online order, local store pickup. So it kind of also prevents down botters and scalpers a little bit, because you basically have to have your own local area for it to go, well, obviously go get stock. So good news with that. As well, when it comes to Best Buy, as we've mentioned, we have been seeing like little bits and pieces of like walk-ins, whether it's from leftover stock, whether it's from just like canceled orders, whether it's just like they maybe just randomly found a PS5 they just never sold from 4 months ago. I don't know what it is, but we do keep on seeing the occasional pop-up of instances of your local store having stock. We've covered this a decent bit throughout the past 2 or 3 weeks, where it's folks basically out there, like basically kind of somewhat hack the system, or if it shows up on the app, you're able to order it, because it technically means that there's like one warehouse console that's available, like a leftover console stock available. So we keep on watching that, keep on checking, and Best Buy is looking kind of more likely as well these next few days. Now, I do want to remind you guys once again, political wise, life wise, shipping wise, everything wise, there's always a chance we just have a quiet day tomorrow too as well. But with Target having and holding onto stock, likelihood seems there, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. Although I don't want you guys to blame me if there's no drop or nothing else with that. It kind of is all up to the actual, like, thing itself. Like, it's up to Target itself. Same with Best Buy, as we're hearing the rumors. That is also a big thing of rumors. They could be saving stock, but it also for both these locations, Target hasn't done a drop, like a big, proper, like good, juicy restock in quite some time. So that does kind of bump up the likelihood as well. And on top of that, same with Best Buy. Best Buy has not done a proper restock in like over a month. And they did do Xbox Series X's earlier on this week. So the Xbox Series X likelihood does bump up a lot for normal, non-total tech. And as well, same with PS5s and PS5 non-total tech too as well. And once again, I'm going to reiterate that Walmart itself did have stock for all 3 consoles. So that means that there has been some movement. There has been some shipments that have actually shown on up, and cargo that's also been delivered. So that also kind of bumps up the likelihood a lot. Just based on, like I always say, like if one store is getting it, why would Walmart only get it? Wouldn't Target also get it? Wouldn't Best Buy also get it? Wouldn't also Amazon go get it? So we'll be watching that pretty closely everywhere. So all around good stuff. I like seeing that. So we should have hopefully some good news throughout these next, like, I'd say 6-7 days. If anything does not drop tomorrow, we'll probably cover a lot of this news in the day-to-day video. But if nothing drops tomorrow, it'll probably be pretty good news throughout the weekend, because we'll probably get more employee information, stock number information, and all that type of stuff. And that pretty much means that next week should be like almost guaranteed. Sorry, like guaranteed to have some pretty big drops. So at least we did have the Walmart drop throughout this week, which did give us some good attention. And I love seeing that. I do like seeing proper consoles. but as well, I like seeing more drops than just one go and happen. So if you guys did get something from the one more drop, leave your comments down below. And as well, if you guys want to keep on all the videos all throughout today, you guys totally can. We'll have a lot more stuff going on, and I just can't wait to go in No Life Elden Ring. So hopefully we'll have some good drops tomorrow. We'll give you guys more details tomorrow. And as well, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console, and controller. Twitter and Twitch stream as well, link down below, and sign up for that Weeble. Deposit $100, get a bunch of free stock for your money. Give me that Coinbase too as well. I just appreciate all of you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a good rest of your days, rest of your nights, and hopefully you guys all stay safe out there too as well. I know the world's in kind of a weird kind of place. We haven't made a video on that earlier on today, so just make sure you guys are safe, make sure you guys are happy, and I love you guys all. I'll see you guys later on tomorrow for some more brand new videos. Love you guys.